What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Lucas from Content Fries, and today we have a next Content Friday. It is finally here. This week was very busy and productive, and I would like to share with you our progress regarding team features and also new and really exciting content model we are currently working on regarding articles and blog post repurposing. So let me go right into it and share my screen with you. And first of all, we will talk about the upcoming theme features. Okay, so this is basically the simple version of theme features that we are releasing in the upcoming days for Content Rise 1.0. And what's important is that this is a fundamental for advanced theme feature that we will release as a part of Content Rise 2.0 as well. So let me talk about it in a moment as it is right now, because what we see here is a screenshot of the staging environment of the app of the team features that we are currently testing, and this screenshot is from a second device, so I don't have it on this computer, so I will explain how it works on this image. Okay, so you will have this my team, as you can see right here, in the profile section. Okay, so you can go there as you are used to. And what is the most important thing that is that every member, every content phrase user will get a team behind the scenes as soon as we release this feature. That means every fry, every potato you have will be assigned under your team. And in the Content Fry 2.0, you will be able to create more teams. But in a 1.0 version, I really want to keep it simple so we can deliver it fast and focus on other development stuff and more on the 2.0 version improvements. And you will be able to add team members in the 1.0 version. And these team members will have different roles. You can add admin, and as you can see, this is Mr. Fry. Hopefully you can see everything, because I see some kind of weird green screen. So let me just know in the comments if you can see that. And if you add someone as an admin role, let me switch this, because this is really strange. Okay, so if you add someone who has admin role, he will be able basically add additional team members, modify them, but he can't basically remove you as an owner from that team, because that's basically obvious. And he can't also remove other admin users, but he can add new members, he can remove editors and viewers, and basically do everything that you can as an owner of that team. Okay, then we have an editor. An editor can basically edit any piece of content, any potato fry. He can work with the quote generator, but he can't add additional or manage the team members. And then we have viewer. This is basically maybe usable for clients or something like that, where the viewer can only go to the team and see potatoes and fries and quotes, but he can't do anything with that. So that's a viewer, and this is basically three basic roles that are the part of team features. And in the 2.0 version, there is also workspaces, and you'll be able to assign all the team members to which roles and which permissions they have in individual workspaces. And we are thinking about how to connect everything, because there are also images and media resources and intros and outros, and we are thinking if those should be a part of a workspace or of a team, or how every connection like this should work. So that's also something that we need to consider in this phase as well, so it is more easily extendable, and we can work with that in the 2.0 version. So let me go back. Hopefully uh, you can see the screen, and you can also disable any of the team members if you don't want to have them in your team. So we aim to release this first version of team features to the end of this month or in the first week of the month. So hopefully, I believe that's real, and basically it is working, and this is the first version of it which we can extend later. Okay, so that's the team features. And then let me tell you a quick backstory about, and I see that my frames are somehow skipping, so hopefully everything will be fine. And this is really interesting. We started to work on our SEO because I really believe it is very important for software to have active SEO and write blog posts and to be on the first page of Google on how as many keywords and related keywords as you basically can. And we connected with a couple of experts. And for example, the agency of Neil Patel is taking clients only from 10K a month and more. So that was first interesting price, position or price tag for SEO services. Then we had a second SEO expert, and he made a quick, research, and he told us that the SEO would cost us at least 3 and more thousand per month because there is too much competition from his perspective and stuff like that. So that was the second experience. As you can see, it is 3 times cheaper with the second expert. Then we found an agency, and that agency looked really great, and their pricing, they had different packages, and one of the packages was, I think, 7K, but for a half a year. And that agency is working and doing SEO for, for example, Wheat.io, and they have really great SEO. So I can tell you that they are doing fantastic job regarding the SEO, and we were really considering them. But then I contacted my, a friend of mine that I know he's living and he's earning money thanks to SEO, and we connected with him. And I asked him to give me some feedback about that agency, and he told me, I can do it for you. I can manage your the SEO for half the cost, and I will provide you with 70 or 80% of the results that the agency would bring you. And that's really interesting because the price performance ratio is the best in this example. So I agreed on that, and we have also a great copywriter that's making and writing articles for us. And the first article is now out. It's on the Content Price blog, and from now on we will release one blog post per week. And I was thinking how to take all of this effort and 10x that. Okay, so I was thinking about how to create some kind of content model to repurpose those articles and get as many pieces of content as we basically can. And this is something that I want to share with you today regarding this strategy. So let me just go to my iPad and let me see if you will be able to see it. So now we have an article, and I will just take a look at the sharing or the restream, and I don't see that here, and that's really pity. Okay, so I will do my best to explain that concept to you without sharing the iPad. So I will go back here. Okay, maybe when I turn this off, I should be able to at least share my screen and show you what we are currently working on. Okay, so we have the article, and that's great, but that's just one piece of content. Then I was thinking how to leverage that, how to create dozens pieces of content out of that article. And the first step that really caught my eye is that basically you can take that article and turn it into some kind of infographic, and some kind of image that is explaining the concept. For example, this article is about Zoom calls content repurposing, and we can take that process and turn it into some kind of infographic, which is basically just an image, okay? But that image has a really two powerful things that it can deliver to you. And the first thing is that when you add it to your article, every time people come to your website, they are reading in two speeds, and the first speed is really fast. They are just skimming and scanning through your article and looking for something that makes them stop the scrolling, that makes them hooked into your content, and maybe in that moment they will start reading on the slow speed. And this kind of infographic can serve that purpose. It can really help you, visually do something like this. So when you add it to the article, it can really be a great, impulse or something for Google, that people are spending time on your article and they are basically reading it, and they are not bouncing out of your blog and reading your blog post. And that's a great signal for Google that this article is interesting, so I will put it higher in the results. Okay, so that's first great use case of that infographic. But you can also take that and publish it on Pinterest, and Pinterest has a really high average lifetime or lifespan of a post. When you publish something on Twitter, or Facebook or LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram, it will live there basically on an average up to 2 days. Okay, if it is some kind of viral, it can live for a couple of weeks, but after that every post will basically die and they will not be displayed on feed of people. On Pinterest it works different, and I think the average lifespan of posts on Pinterest is I think in weeks or months, which is really great. So this is the second way how you can leverage the infographic. So that's a second piece of content. Then you can turn that infographic into swipes, into some swipe images that you can share on Instagram, for example, and turn it into 5, 7, or how many swipes as you want, and create that really engaging, post that, and people will swipe in it, and you have third piece of content. Then you can take that article and turn it into audio and upload it on your podcast, but maybe that's not very, very contextual. Maybe it is better to take that, article and ask the copywriter, or you can do it yourself if you want, and turn it into video script. And if you turn it into video script, you can get 5 or 10 minute video that is a repurposable content, and you can turn that video into audio as well and share it on your blog post or on your podcast. So now you have 4 or 5 pieces of content, but when you take the 5 or 10 minute video, chances are you can repurpose it further into 3, 5, 10, or how many pieces of content as you want, and share them on multiple social media platforms. That means you can repurpose it into 1 minute videos, or 3 or 5 or whatever, and share it on Facebook, maybe Instagram, if you split it into 1 minute chunks, in stories, some really short videos from that core video on YouTube, basically anywhere you want. And that's not everything, because you can take the script or the text or the blog post and look for some golden nuggets which you can turn into quote cards, for example. And those quote cards, you can share them also on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, or anywhere you want, maybe Twitter. Okay, and that's the next thing. Then you have a lot of content on different social media channels, and chances are you will get some traction on them and maybe some comments, and maybe some people will comment on that video that it was really great, it helped them, with some kind of their problem. You can screenshot that comment and use it in stories, for example, so you organically get additional pieces of content, and everything is from one source, from one article. And we are now working on this content model, and we currently have the blog post that is already published. We have the short video version, or I forget to mention this. Basically, it is we took that article and created 150 words version intro of that article that is, like an intro, like something that is before that article. And we will share this as a YouTube short, as Instagram Reel, maybe TikTok. And the goal is to keep it under 60 seconds. Okay, and to do this, you just have to keep the script under 150 seconds or whatever. And then we sent that script to a Fiverr guy that read it for us, and we did the same with the Gary content model blog post, and we have it also on our some kind of explainer video that is then sending traffic back to our blog post. And we are doing the same with these new articles as well, so that's some kind of intro, or if the intro is not good for that piece of content, you can create some kind of explainer. Okay, but keep it under 60 seconds so you can share it on YouTube Shorts or TikTok or Instagram Reels, and get traction or get some views on this really powerful platform. So that's the next piece of content that we are producing out of that one article. So when you think about it, you can get 5, 10, maybe even more, 15, maybe 20 pieces of content out of one blog post really easily. So this is something that we are currently working on. Let me just, see if I have something on my account that I can show you. Okay. And okay, I will share my screen. So this is the blog post article that we received from our copywriter. Now, this SEO guy, we have keyword analysis done that was created by agency that is specializing for basically on our segment. And then we have the SEO guy. He is using that keyword research and basically just preparing all the material for our copywriter, and he is delivering us with articles like this on a weekly basis, one article per week. So we will share one article per week, and this is basically that article. Then we took that article, we review it and modified what was needed to modify, and then we created this kind of intro for the article, and we sent this introduction video. Let me see if everything works, because my computer is really lagging. And okay, it looks like it is working. And we send this introduction to Fiverr guy, which basically just read it, and now we have a video that is under 60 seconds. It's here, but because it's really lagging, I'm not sure if it will work. And that's the second piece of content. Okay, it's processing, so I can't show it to you. But we will also create that infographic, slides, video version, so video script out of the article. We will repurpose that video and get additional 5 or how many pieces of content. But if you want to go further, you can also turn that video into audio to publish it on your podcast or whatever, and also screenshot all the comments that you get, and if it is shareable as a story, use it. So that's you can play with it really as you want. So today my computer was not collaborating with me as I needed, so there was some lags and minor issues. But let me see if we have some comments or questions in the chat. And if not, nothing is here. Okay, great, wonderful. So today we discussed the upcoming team features. So we will keep it short today, and I show you the powerful content model that we are about to implement with content repurposing of our blog posts. And that's all to it. So stay awesome, cook some content, and I'm looking forward to see you guys next week. Have a wonderful weekend.